Last year, in 2021, Max Verstappen was crowned the Formula One World Champion as a result of dramatic ending to the championship. Race director Michael Masi improvised the rules to prevent the race from ending behind the safety car, especially in terms of how the taillights wrap and how long you have to stay after the safety car starts. Lewis Hamilton, 7-time F1 world champion, was, quote, disillusioned after the dramatic ending to the Abu Dhabi GP. A wide variety of latest policies had been delivered for the 2022 Formula One season as the game keeps to evolve. You are watching Formula Plus, and to know more about Formula One updates, let's get into this. After the protest from Lewis Hamilton's Mercedes team was dismissed by the FIA steward, the organization was accused of, quote, marking their own homework. Similar allegations may be filed if only the proposed changes are announced and the details of the investigation are not provided. Following a similarly controversial decision to count the 2 laps behind the safety car as a race and score half points at last year's washed-out Belgian Grand Prix, the FIA has shortened race rules due to bad weather conditions. In the future, 2 laps without a safety car or virtual safety car will need to be counted as a race and will count the percentage point scale based on the race route in question. The Commission also approved 3 sprint races this year. Moving forward to 2022, the McLaren F1 team has launched its car for the upcoming Formula One season. The team's drivers, Daniel Ricciardo and Lando Norris, took the covers off the McLaren MCL 36 at a release occasion on the team's manufacturing unit on Friday evening. The new McLaren, which has been constructed to F1's overhauled technical regulations and capabilities, includes a hanging livery, in addition to some new exciting layout thoughts that assessment with the Aston Martin F1 vehicle that become released the day earlier then. The vehicle McLaren offered to the general public on Friday is similar to the Only a Good Way to hit the music at the primary preseason in Barcelona later this month, despite the fact that it's also because of participate in a shakedown earlier than that. McLaren is hopeful that F1's new regulations, which might be designed to go for overtaking and feature reintroduced floor impact aerodynamics to the sport, may want to provide the possibility to go back to the front of the grid on a greater everlasting basis. Aston Martin has launched the 2022 F1 car AMR22. It will be driven by Sebastian Vettel and Lance Stroll this year. The new F1 rule of 2022 was created with the aim of increasing the chances of overtaking in the race. There are some important design changes compared to recent years, such as the focus on the aerodynamics of the ground effect and the larger 18-inch wheels that changed the look of the car. The new AMR22 is clearly the most advanced design ever released, with many variations on the ideas presented in the F1 concept car released last year and used to launch Red Bull. However, Aston Martin Chief Technology Officer Andrew Green emphasized that this is the, quote, first iteration of a design that will evolve significantly over the season. This is all part of keeping the car's wake as tight as possible and minimizing the amount of air blown from the car. The front wing plays an important role here. It is also less sensitive to the effects of eddy. This should allow the driver to pull straight into behind the vehicle in front and be in a good position to try to overtake. The future of Mercedes drivers in Formula One will be a hot topic as the 2022 season approaches. The first car will start in less than a month. The FIA's investigation into the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix will be the key to the 7 world champions' decision on whether to retire, but the outcome decision will not be announced until March, just 2 days before the Bahrain Grand Prix. The situation remains fairly uncertain. The FIA statement followed reports that Hamilton's future depends on the results of the investigation. The BBC claimed that Mercedes had signed a quid pro quo contract with the FIA for the dismissal of race directors Michael Masi and Nicolas Bazis prior to the 2022 season. Mercedes denied such a proposal with a silver arrow, simply saying that they wanted to take, quote, appropriate action. Sources recently claimed that a 1-hour meeting was held between the new FIA president Mohammed Ben Sulayem and F1 boss Stefano Domenicali. The same report suggests that some senior FIA officers believe that Masi can maintain his role as part of the restructuring process of providing a larger support network for the race director. And Toto Wolff, the boss of the Mercedes team, said, quote, if the best driver decides to resign because of an exorbitant decision, it's a shame for F1 as a whole. What do you think about Formula One? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, then like, share, and subscribe. Watch this space for more content.